lift my eyes to the hills, from whence my help doth come.
Deliverer, Moshiach. The inspiration for this painting comes from Isaiah 59, verse 20, which reads, "And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord." It is a prophecy and a promise from God that a Redeemer would come to Jerusalem. In the context of this scripture, we also read, "And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness, it sustained him." Isaiah chapter 59, verse 16. In the description of the painting Jacob's Ladder in this booklet, there is a reference to an argument often found in Judaism that there is no perceived need for a mediator. However, we see here that God looks for one and expects to find one. Biblical Judaism was built upon the system of the sacrifices of innocent substitutes, that of unblemished animals for the atonement of sin. But a substitute must be an equal, and animals are not equal to humans. But while a substitute must be an equal to the one party, an intercessor must be equal to both parties. So an intercessor must also be equal to God and man. No wonder God couldn't find an intercessor among sinful men. But in his love and desire to save people, God intervenes and saves by his own arm. The Hebrew word for intercessor, mafgiah, means one who takes the blows, or as we say in America, one who takes the rap. This arm is described in detail in Isaiah 53. Here the prophet describes one who would come at a time of apostasy, described as dry ground, and whom the nation of Israel would not desire or believe in, and who would even be rejected outright. However, Isaiah goes on to say that the Lord would lay upon him, literally put the blows and the blame upon him. In Hebrew, hifgiah, the iniquity of us all, in verse 6, and that he would be the intercessor, yafgiah, the one who takes the punishment. Let's examine our main verse a bit more closely. In Hebrew, the word redeemer is goel. It literally means kinsman redeemer. The concept here is that of a member of the family, a blood relative, who rescues another family member from debt, loss, exile, and ultimately slavery. As the verse says, this Redeemer will come to Zion, which is the spiritual aspect of Jerusalem. So this person would come to Jerusalem and spiritually rescue those of his whole nation, Jacob, and not just those of his own tribe or immediate family. The phrase, "them that turn from transgression," contains a twofold meaning in Hebrew. On the one hand, it refers to those whose hearts want to turn from their sins and be forgiven. But in the Septuagint, which is a Jewish translation of the Tanakh into Greek, translated in around the 2nd century BC, the phrase reads, "He shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob." So those who turn from their transgressions and look to God will have their transgressions turned away by him. Verses 11 and 12 of the first chapter of the Gospel of John say, "He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name." The Hebrew word for deliverer, Moshiach, comes from salvation, Yeshua, Jesus. Yeshua is the Hebrew name for Jesus. Isaiah exclaims, "Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?" Who would believe it? Do you?